Hey guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video, and today we will make this Wind Swirl effect in Unreal Engine 5. In this tutorial, I will make everything from scratch. You will learn each and every element, how to use this mesh with materials, make these cool materials, and how to make layers in your emitters like duplicating and changing things. So everything basically you will learn in this tutorial. So let's dive in. Let's start this. So first I need to make a material for mesh, and that mesh would be this, and as the name of mesh, tornado. So if you want to know how to make this kind of mesh, search tornado. In my videos you will find videos like this one, this one, this one, and this one for tutorial. So in this tutorial I'm showing how to make this mesh. Okay, so basically it's a slender, then just taper it and just twist it with some modification on vertices, and the UV is just flat. Okay, so I'll just make the base thing. So I'll just make a material M base. I'll just preview that mesh inside my material here. This is the mesh. I'll take my noise, maybe I'll take this aura texture, this one. Let me show you. I have separate tutorial to make this kind of texture if you don't have that. Okay, so basically if I preview it, let's make this translucent, unlit, two-sided. Okay, so this is how it looks, or maybe one-sided, one-sided. Okay, to make more contrast you can use power, and now I want to fade it from top and bottom. So what I'll do, texture coordinates, shift C for the mask, take the green channel. It will be a gradient, but I want that gradient both sides, so I'll use the Sine and just make the Sine 2. So it will make the gradient both sides, so it will be fade from top and bottom. Now you can multiply this. Actually you can multiply this here, or maybe here. Just in fact preview now. This is how it looks, maybe 4. And of course I will adjust the tiling for this, but we can use it like that. Okay, so now I will add a panel first, maybe 0.3, not in direction, minus 0.3, and little bit in this one also, maybe 0.2. So it will rotate and it will go up like that. Okay, so I think this is enough for now. Let's try it. So I'll take the particle color that will go here, and this will go here. I'll just save it. I can do a lot of things. You can do lots of things here, but let me just save it. Take the Niagara and NS Wind Swirl. Right click, take a minimal emitter, and in this I just need one particle that spawn once and live forever. So first loop behavior once, then need one particle, so burst. They should never die, so in the particle state turn this off, so life will be infinite now. Now I need this mesh, so I'll just browse this, and here I'll delete this, take the mesh renderer and choose that mesh here. I need this material, so I'll just browse this one also and go here, overwrite, and click here. So we have this cool thing. Okay, it's already panning. You can also add update rotation here if you want. Update rotation on this axis, -1, like that. You can control this from here. Let me make this local, and let me change the color to something green, maybe like this. Let me drag this here. Okay, so this is too big for me. Okay, so I'll just change the size of the mesh, maybe 0.5. Yeah, half size looks better. So first thing, I want to make it more faded from the top. Then I want to add some more details in the texture. It looks very flat. So what I'll do, and I'll also add something that like make it more fluidy. So first we will make it more fluidy. So to do that, I'll just press T and take a noise. I'll take this blur noise, or this one, a blur noise. I'll use the same panning for this, but I'll change the speed maybe a little faster, and then texture coordinate. Then I will use this noise. If I preview this is how it looks. I will use this noise to distort this texture. So I'll take the texture coordinate, add this thing, but before adding I will multiply to control how much I want to add. 1 means 100% adding and 0 means nothing is adding. So dynamic parameter, and we can call this distort because this is distorting this. So if I'll show you how it will impact, let me just save it, and you have to click on the subscribe button while it's saving. So now see, it's distorting is completely. So I'll take the dynamic parameter. Let's turn off the rotation for now, and this is now 0. See, it's flat. If I make it 0.2, now you can see little fluty effect. If I make this 0.4, you can see that more. It looks good. Now I'll turn on the rotation also, and yeah, I like it. I want to make it more faded from the top, and then I want to add more details in it. So what I'll do to make it more faded, we have this Sine, but I want more faded from the top. So this green was fading the top, but if I take the power, it will fade more from the top. Then I can multiply back with this. So basically it will fade more from the top. And if you want to control how much you want to fade, you can of course make a parameter for this. Now the details I want to add. So to add the details, I'll just copy this thing and take this, no, multiply texture coordinate. I will add again the same thing. Everything is same till now. Everything is same, right? But I want to change the tiling of this one. So I will just multiply it. And I want to change the tiling separately X and Y. So I'll take the append vector and I'll call this tiling X and Y. Tiling X and tiling Y. So after I will change this tiling and everything will change. Let me say I will use like 5, let's say. Then I will use the power for the more control. I can make the parameter for this one. So I will have these kind of lines. So what I'll do with these lines, I will multiply it with the color. I have one dynamic parameter that I will connect here. Let's say this is power. Okay. Let me show you how it will affect this whole thing. So it's fading from the top more. So dynamic parameter, let me refresh it. 1, 1, and 1. Let me zoom it here. Turn off the rotation and see how it will impact. So basically, if I increase the power first, maybe 3, and see, it now have more details. You can see when I'm changing. See, and I will increase the alpha here. So you can see now more details in it. It's not flat anymore. Cool. Now I want actually something that is like spiral kind of thing. So for that I have a spiral mesh. This is the mesh. Let me show you. This is the mesh if you can see now properly. So and the UVs are again straight. If I show you the wireframe, you can see now properly the mesh, how it looks. Okay. So I'll browse this mesh here and let me check the same material if this will work fine. Otherwise, I will tweak something in that. So I'll just duplicate this and I'll change the mesh, that spiral, and let me make this bigger, maybe 5, so we can see that and see this material is working on it. We can just change the tiling and all. So let me make the material two-sided. It will work. Otherwise, I will make the instance and make the two-sided just for the spirals. Spiral look good in the two-sided, but maybe it will disturb the main mesh. So what I'll do, I'll make this single-sided, because when you have a shape like this, two-sided translucent doesn't work properly. I will make the instance, and in the instance I can now make this two-sided, and then I can use this instance here. So this spiral is like tapered for the top, so I want to rotate it because my shape, my tornado kind of shape is tapered from the down. So what I'll do, I'll go to here and rotate it on this axis or any x or y, any axis 180. Not should have should have rotated. Let me just check 1 minus. Let me make this big enough so we can see. So it's tapered, and when I'm rotating it from here, yeah, it's rotated. Yeah. Okay, okay. So it's tapered, it's rotated. Now we have to offset it. So I'll just increase this here. We can change the size even more. And actually we can use non-uniform. So maybe 50, 50, 50 if you have. So basically this is the height. We can reduce the height, and then we can reduce this according to our need. 24, 24. Okay. Height this much. Maybe this thing 20, 20. Let me check. Yeah, we just need to change the tiling also. So let me just go to here, make the tiling 0.5, 5. Yeah, it's better. It's better. Okay, so I will make this little faded, alpha maybe 5 or 2. And this should be like multiple layers of it. So what I'll do, let's say you have 5. So I will take the initial rotation, and instead of using random, what I'll do, I'll break this, because random will not be it will be random every time. So I'll take the execution index here. So every spiral has a rotation fixed, and now I want a random size, but here, because it's non-uniform, I'll take here scale mesh, make this float, and then randomize. Maybe 1 and 0.5 or 0.3 is enough. Cool. So we can make this like 1.2, 1. And also you can randomize the opacity if you want, maybe 0.5. You can also do things here, but I think that's it. Now I just want something on the base also, so I will just duplicate my first emitter, this one, and I'll take, this is the 0.5 size, non-uniform, 1, 1 and zero point 0.2. So it will be something like this for the base. Let me see how it looks. Looks cool. Maybe 0.7, 0.7, 0.1. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I just want to add some spirals in the base. So I'll duplicate my spiral mesh also. And in here, in the size, I'll make this down maybe just 2. And then in the offset, I can offset it to the down. Let me make the alpha a little bit higher. Basically, this one is here right now here. I can offset it here. Now you can see I have some spirals there. And then I want to add something like a glowy kind of thing in a conical shape. We can do that. I'll just take the one more emitter and let's take the spawn rate, maybe 50 for now. Make the same color. Then I'll take the shape location. I'll take the slender. First choose the height. So height, it should be around here. Then it should be tapered down. So turn on the lathe and see. It should be like at 0 and 0. Let me just decrease the spawn size. Oh, it's tapered from the top. We have to reverse this. This will be 0. This will be 1. Okay. And then we can increase the radius according to our need. And this should be a little bit higher in the bottom also. So we have now. Now we can go here, make the size random, maybe 100, 50. Why it's not changing the size? It was not updating. Of course, less alpha, maybe just 0.02. And then lastly, I'll just add Vortex and it will rotate 200 and it should not go away. So I will also make here some settings. We can also add drag. I'll take the scale color to add fade in, fade out. So we have some kind of glow and it takes time to appear. So for that, go to here in the property, turn on the warm up time, maybe 3 seconds. So it will be there for from the first frame. So the bottom is it's fine. It just I want to make my top little bit more high and opacity maybe a little more down, maybe 0.5, even less, maybe 0.1, point. Cool. It feels something. And then I want more here in the ground. So simply I duplicate this. First thing, let make the alpha 1 so it will be appear. Instead of Slender, I'll take the Taurus for the bottom. And that's it. And it should have the fade although. And I will It's actually opacity is too much, maybe 0.3. Yeah, fine. Then I want some more particles and leaves kind of thing. And also this one, this first emitter, it has some dark value. Can you see that black part? I don't want that. I want to make this material additive. So it will be just bright, not anything like that makes it darker. Yeah. Next thing I will add some more bright particles. So I will duplicate this layer, which is actually glow. This one, I'll duplicate this. I will not change much. Just change the size, maybe 5 and 1, and change this. And I'll make this maybe 50, and spawn rate maybe just 5. Cool. Looks nice, right? Same thing I will do for the bottom. So I'll just duplicate this, paste this here. Again, same thing. Make this 1, make this. Go here, maybe 50. Make the spawn rate maybe 5. Size 5 and 1. And that's it for this. Cool. Now I want to add some leaves kind of thing. So I will duplicate this thing again one more time. This particle. Okay. Let me search the leaves in my. So I have this leaf material, which is quite simple, just a leaf texture. Okay, so I'll just browse this. In my effect, I'll change this, and color should not be bright now. Okay, size maybe 20, maybe 30 and 10. Now I will make this velocity aligned. And also here random rotation. Let me check. So it should be scale in, scale up, because these are not fading. So scale in, scale up. And I will add some curl noise, maybe just 50, and maybe a little more. And I will add some gravity. It should be look like they're falling like this. So they are leaves which looks like they're falling. We have this whole glow effect. You can also add some kind of stars in it. Let me just duplicate this one, emitter, this one more time. This one, which has glowy particle. And I will just search a star material. I have many. This, I will use this one. I have a separate tutorial for this if you want to know. This is just some nodes without texture. So I'll just browse, just search the star in my tutorials. Maybe size 20, 10. Spawn rate maybe just 2. Size maybe even bigger. Looks nice, these stars. I think these are too many. I'll just make this to 1. I think that's it. What else you want to add? You can do one thing if you want this main shape tornado shape. This one. We can tweak the tiling. So basically it had this main thing, but we don't have anything for tiling. So I'll just take the dynamic parameter, make this 1, and I will reset these names, distort and power, and I'll use this thing. with append copy. So now I can control the tiling of main shape. Now let me show you. This is main shape, and if I turn on the second, why it's not changing? It's 0, 0. Let me just close all things and check if this update properly or not. Open the material again. Oh, I didn't use this texture coordinate. Save again. Now I can change actually. So still not changing. This is weird. Oh, I have to do the same thing here because this is distorting it and it should have the same tiling. For the noise and for the main texture, I have now this tiling thing. Okay. So this is with all my settings, tiling setting. Okay. So I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. Bye bye.